Conjunction, Wikipedia audio. In grammar, a conjunction is a part of speech that connects words, phrases, or clauses that are called the conjuncts of the conjoining construction. The term discourse marker is mostly used for conjunctions joining sentences. This definition may overlap with that of other parts of speech, so what constitutes a conjunction must be defined for each language. In general, a conjunction is an invariable grammatical particle and it may or may not stand between the items in a conjunction. The definition may also be extended to idiomatic phrases that behave as a unit with the same function, e.g. as well as, provided that. A simple literary example of a conjunction, the truth of nature, and the power of giving interest. Coordinating conjunctions. Conjunctions may be placed at the beginning of sentences, but some superstition about the practice persists. Coordinating conjunctions, also called coordinators, are conjunctions that join, or coordinate, two or more items of equal syntactic importance. In English, the mnemonic acronym fanboys can be used to remember the coordinators for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. These are not the only coordinating conjunctions, various others are used, including, ch9, p171 and nor, but nor, or nor, neither, no more, and only. Types of coordinating conjunctions include cumulative conjunctions, adversative conjunctions, alternative conjunctions, and illative conjunctions. For presents rationale, and presents non-contrasting item or idea, nor presents a non-contrasting negative idea, but presents a contrast or exception, or presents an alternative item or idea, yet presents a contrast or exception, so presents a consequence. Here are some examples of coordinating conjunctions in English and what they do. Correlative conjunctions work in pairs to join words and groups of words of equal weight in a sentence. There are many different pairs of correlative conjunctions. Examples: subordinating conjunctions, also called subordinators, are conjunctions that join an independent clause and a dependent clause, and also introduce adverb clauses. The most common subordinating conjunctions in the English language include after, although, as far as if, as long as soon as though, because, before, even if, even though, every time, if, in order that, since, so that, then, though, unless, until, when, whenever, where, whereas, wherever, and while. Complementizers can be considered to be special subordinating conjunctions that introduce complement clauses, e.g. I wonder whether he'll be late. I hope that he'll be on time. Some subordinating conjunctions, when used to introduce a phrase instead of a full clause, become prepositions with identical meanings. Either, or, not only, but, neither, nor, both, and, whether, or, just as, so, they, as much, as, no sooner, than, rather, than. The subordinating conjunction performs two important functions within a sentence, illustrating the importance of the independent clause and providing a transition between two ideas in the same sentence by indicating a time, place, or cause and therefore affecting the relationship between the clauses. In many verb-final languages, subordinate clauses must precede the main clause on which they depend. The equivalents to the subordinating conjunctions of non-verb final languages such as English are either You either do your work or prepare for a trip to the office. He is not only handsome but also brilliant. Neither the basketball team nor the football team is doing well. Both the cross-country team and the swimming team are doing well. You must decide whether you stay or you go. Just as many Americans love basketball, so many Canadians love ice hockey. The more you practice dribbling, the better you will be at it. Football is as fast as hockey. Football is as much an addiction as it is a sport. No sooner did she learn to ski than the snow began to thaw. I would rather swim than surf. Correlative conjunctions. Such languages often lack conjunctions as a part of speech, because in other West Germanic languages like German and Dutch, the word order after a subordinating conjunction is different from that in an independent clause, e.g. in Dutch want is coordinating, but omdat is subordinating. The clause after the coordinating conjunction has normal word order, but the clause after the subordinating conjunction has verb final word order. Compare. Similarly, in German, den is coordinating, but we is subordinating. It is now generally agreed that a sentence may begin with a coordinating conjunction like and, but, or yet. However, there has been a mistaken belief in some sort of prohibition, what Follett's modern American usage called a supposed rule without foundation, and a prejudice lingers from a bygone time that English sentences should not start with conjunctions. People associate this mistaken belief with their early school days. One conjecture is that it results from young children being taught to avoid simple sentences starting with an and encouraged to use more complex structures with subordinating conjunctions. In the words of Brian A. Garner, the widespread belief that it is an error to begin a sentence with a conjunction such as and, but, or so has no historical or grammatical foundation, and good writers have frequently started sentences with conjunctions. There is also a myth that a sentence should never begin with because. Because is a subordinating conjunction and introduces a dependent clause. It may start a sentence when the main clause follows the dependent clause. Examples: subordinating conjunctions, starting a sentence, clause final conjunctions, or suffixes attached to the verb, and not separate words. The form of the verb used is formally nominalized and cannot occur in an independent clause. The clause final conjunction or suffix attached to the verb is a marker of case and is also used in nouns to indicate certain functions. In this sense, the subordinate clauses of these languages have much in common with postpositional phrases.